How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Back at you with the new series. I know we have the Napoleon series and Empire series also kicking off, but I have those going on a bi-weekly schedule, releasing Mondays or Tuesdays, depending on how I feel. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get alternate videos like Lethal Company, this, just whatever else I'm feeling for either Fridays or Saturdays. So we'll see how this goes. But anyway, back on track. This is going to be just like a little side thing. There's an achievement for this game that I haven't gotten in a while, and I figured might as well just record it. Just so you can see progress that I make on it. It will take a while. It's going to require, I think, us to play from the earliest start date, which is 769, and it will require us to play as Lombards, North Italy. And for those of you wondering, I am playing a Iron Man mod. So this the mod that I'm using is called, I think it's like Terra. I think the second part of it starts with a P. I forget what it is. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you guys want to use it. Basically, it just changes the map, and it also changes like the family crests within the game. But yeah, basically, we're going to be playing as the Lombards, and we're going to have to basically survive till I think the end of the game. Back check that real quick. Yes, basically we need to stay as this family until the year 1300, which is basically the end of the game. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I have tried this before in my free time, and sometimes you get unlucky. The guy Desiderius has basically a lot of daughters. The first two, I think, of which are married normally. So if your only son dies, then you are kind of screwed. So hopefully RN Jesus is with us. As you can see, this is my run before I got screwed over, so we're gonna try again. Hopefully RN Jesus is with us. Alright. Been a hot minute since I've played this. Oh, gotta love it. Keyboard shortcuts aren't working. It's all. See if that fixes it. No? Okay. Gonna have to worry about that next time. Stock standard. So, another run that I would love to do is the Hellenic Revival achievement, or basically CK2's equivalent of that. And that basically requires you to reform the Hellenic faith, which, for those who don't know about this, start in the what would have been the ancient province of Sparta. There is still a bastion of Hellenism? Yeah, I think it's Hellenism. So basically, the pagan faith that the Romans and the Greeks, even though their pagan pantheons are technically different but similar, you get the point. It's just basically Greco-Romano paganism is still there. So one of the, yeah, right here, one of the courtiers that spawns in will of the Hellenic faith, the last person in the known world to follow that faith. And a usual strategy that I like to do is start as the Lombards, marry whoever the courtier is into your family, and then have him teach your son the faith, so that way you can pass it on to everyone else in Italy, and then slowly work your way to conquering. I believe their holy sites are Rome, Syracuse, Athens, Thessaloniki, and Alexandria. And then once you do that, you can reform the faith, the achievement. So yeah, that might be another video idea that we try to do. But as I was saying before, usual moves, fairly standard. We can marry the sister of Charlemagne to our son, getting an alliance via them. With this game, I feel like we're gonna stay Catholic, as it's more beneficial for us in the long run. It's better for us to avoid getting crusaded, because some test runs that I had when I did try that strategy of flipping, I just got crusaded to all hell. And then you also have the Muslims trying to push in through Iberia, Africa. Not a fun time. It's basically you versus the world. Not to mention all the constant Viking raids too. Fun times, fun times. But yeah, in terms of our opening start here, I guess we can go business just for extra money. Money doesn't hurt. In terms of our son here, I mean, he's a pretty good. Now that I think about it, I probably should have gone intrigue, because get a couple castles that way. But you know what? It is what it is. Money doesn't hurt either. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna have him go focus on becoming a better steward, just so he hold more castles when I flip to him. In terms of our daughters that aren't married, I'm gonna matrilineally marry Carl. Carl is a Carling. Or is it Otto? I forget who it is. I believe it's Carl or Otto. I forget who it is. Yeah, it's Carl. Not Charlemagne Carl, but different Carl. If you can marry it? Can you tell that English is my first language, guys? Matrilineally, there you go. Marry a person from a family with a bloodline. Your kids, or your daughter's kids, will get those traits. So we're gonna, on the side, kind of play a, I think the term is eugenics, right? Basically, we're gonna be like the Habsburgs in a sense, but not to that extent. Like, I hope, well, hopefully, not to the same extent that the Spanish Habsburgs did. But we're doing it for the added bonuses of the bloodlines. Like, for example, this guy, I want to say he's gonna have, like, what? Sheena blood, which gives him not much, but extra prestige in the combat skill would be pretty good. Pair that with Carolingian blood, get 8 combat skill, an extra 2/10 of prestige, Catholic opinion, and then you can periodically get great warriors. So it's only going to be beneficial to us. And as I was mentioning earlier, As I was mentioning earlier, our first daughter is married to the Duke of Benevento, so even though these are our grandsons, if somehow my son were to die, she would take over and that would be game over. Same thing with our youngest daughter, she's married to the King of Bavaria, so we have limited options, so hopefully you can survive. Pray to Jeebus, RNGesus, whoever will decide to listen. We just pray to you that you're on our side. The process, we're gonna try and get Milan by killing the Count there. If we can get Milan, that's a lot more building slots in terms of stuff we can develop there. Like castles. Because God forbid, all these unruly vassals, they love to rebel. We can send a gift to this guy, send a gift to this guy, that'll put us over 200. Send a gift to this dude. You know what, just splash out the money. Why not? I can afford it. Borrow money from the Jews. And then banish the Jews. Gives me over 700 gold. Gotta love extortion at its finest, especially if it's at the expense of somebody that isn't us. Don't take that out of context, please. It's not an actual viewpoint of mine. Nice. We killed the Count of Milan, now let's kill his son. Get the same conspirators that we had last time. Oh, nice. He must be... Yeah, we got the Spy Master. Perfect. Actually, why don't we pause real quick? Let's create some duchy titles, so that way we don't have to worry about people ganging up in a rebellion. A lot more manageable that way. Why can I not grant you? Oh yeah, because I sent you. That's why. Alright, please kill the kid. It's over 750, so we've got to. Even if it fails, it should go through. Again. This is exactly what I mean. Is these unruly a-holes. I have absolute power, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna pass that, and we're gonna hopefully get Charlemagne with us. Ooh, Prince Karl's claim on Bavaria? That's actually really beneficial because he just recently, yeah, married my daughter, who was about to give birth. So that means that if he becomes King of Bavaria, my grandson will be the King of Bavaria. So yeah, hopefully that goes through. I would love that. And I will not bow to the council's will. Of course they don't have any fleets, so we'll borrow the Genoese ships. I'm not gonna worry about those three. these guys can go to the... And Charlemagne, if you don't mind coming to my rescue, that'd be great. Now you're at war with the Umayyads. But, yeah, I kind of need your help, buddy. Like a do-or-die war for me. I love the fact that my shortcuts aren't working, because it's just, oh, so great. Alright, perfect. Now if we kill the last child, we should get Milan. Or sorry, Milan, so that way you don't think I'm saying Mulan. This isn't the Disney movie. This is Kingdom of Italy. Or I guess Kingdom of Lombards, as we are. Fun fact, for those who don't study history, as I am in school, the most of Europe are technically, well, I don't want to say like culturally every single one of them is, but most Europeans culturally I think are in some way, shape, or form descendants, or not descendants, but in some form of their culture, they come from Germanic tribes. So the Franks, or what we would now know as the French, they were a tribe that migrated from Central Europe during the time of the Romans into what we now know as France. They would then, through this guy, Charlemagne, conquer Italy, France, the middle portions here, the Low Countries, central parts of Central Europe, not everything. And then his kingdom would then split to West Francia, East Francia, and Middle Francia. And then West Francia would then become the French, East Francia, the Germans. The Visigoths were also a Germanic tribe, as well as parts of right here, the Suebi, also Germanic tribe. The Lombards, also a Germanic tribe. The Saxons, obviously, they still stayed there, although some of them migrated into what we now know as England, and that's where the Anglo-Saxon culture comes from. So most of, if not all of Western Europe, culturally, is derived from a Germanic tribe, which is kind of cool. Just goes to show you how much, like, I don't want to say influence, but how much everyone's culture, I guess, can be influenced. By just like a small group, so I mean, it's kind of cool. Hate the fact that we're like barely making a dent in this battle here. At least we got him.
go. Now we got Milan for control. I don't like the fact that if I win this war, I'm not gonna be able to revoke all of his titles. This kind of sucks, because in CK3, the thing that I like is that if you win that war, you can revoke all their titles, rather than just one at a time. But then again, that makes CK2 a bit more realistic. In a sense, they had a daughter. So we're gonna name her... What are we gonna name her? You know what? I like... Oh, it would help if I didn't have caps lock on. I'll go with Isabella. Go with Thrift. Because those of you who don't know, Midas Touched gives you 15% fertility, especially if you're trying to do the little makeshift eugenics program that I have. Helps to ensure that you get as many people as you can with that bloodline. Granted, let's see if any of my kids or their kids. Nope. Either of them. I mean, my wife does, so the diplomatic route also has a fertility bonus, but not to the same extent. Oh, yes, the hotkeys are working again. It's because caps lock was on. There we go. Gotta love it. Oh, and my wife just died, which means opportunity time. Who I ally myself with to potentially garner support. Extra 1,000 troops that I can get. Okay, well, I'll bite the bullet on that. I ain't trying to do that. I'm trying to get an alliance here, Chief. Need allies here. Preferably allies that will help me win this war. Of course, you're betrothed to Charlemagne, of all people. Interesting. Which means no Byzantine. Gotta love it. And she's already married, so I can't get Asturias. So I think we're kinda SOL. We might just have to bite the bullet. Yeah, because he doesn't have any daughters, you don't have any daughters. Yep, so I think we SOL. Daughter's already... Except for her, I mean... See any other decently sized vassals that can help me out, so... You don't have any ships, so those troops are kind of redundant. But yeah, I'll take the extra 1,000 here. If that means I can get the... yeah, there we go. Get good leaders. Or decent leaders to at least hopefully ensure that you can do a decent job fighting. Make Carl a commander, make him a commander, make Peter a commander. It's about as good as we're gonna get. Put Carl in the middle, put you on the flank, on that flank. Hopefully that is enough. Call you in. marshal. For now, preferably I don't want to put a commander. Go to on steward. Taxes in Milan, spy master. This could be you for now. Court chaplain. Yes, can be Prince Bishop here, because I like for him to pay me money rather than paying the Pope. Perfect. 1,000 troops. Get here. Potentially worth it if we buy mercenaries. Could. I don't know if that's gonna put us up to par with their army. Seems like they're following me. Alright, okay, interesting. Try and unsiege this as fast as we can. Hopefully they take enough casualties. Let our troops reinforce, wait for our allies to show up. It's like Charlemagne is on his way. So maybe we don't have to buy mercs. I might stall for time, but I have to see. Actually, better yet, why don't I just... Oh, sucks to suck, my G. I might run up there to deal with Charlemagne's rebels real quick. As if... Ready. So they didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna run up there and deal with them real quick so you can help me fight this. Preferably the faster we fight this, the better it is for me in the long run. Milan. Same thing, we're gonna kill this dude. Get his castle. Auto stop plots. Yeah, I mean, in terms of this series, like I said, this is just going to be like a casual thing that I do every once in a while. It's just going to be my progress on getting an achievement that I've wanted for a while. But, yeah, I mean, let me know how it goes if you guys want to see me do some more challenges like this in the future. Get active in the comments there. I would love to hear some feedback from y'all. That means Charlemagne's done with his war. He can help me fight mine. Which is good for me. Nice. But people found out. Sucks to suck, I guess. Oh great, I just gave you the title of Verona and you rebelled against me. Thanks. Thanks for showing your appreciation, my... Okay, and now would be a good time for mercs. I mean, we're going to be defending in plains. I'm going to get there on the 31st. I'm going to get there 23rd. His composition is basically 2/3 infantry. I'm not liking the fact that he outnumbers us in both of those departments. He's got more archers. Basically twice the amount. However, and twice the amount. Alright, so, I mean, what can we do here? We could do big stack, but that's not going to be for a while. It can be mainly... Ooh, this would be kind of good. 1,500 archers, 2,100 heavies, and 750 lights. I mean, we'll be outnumbered in terms of lights, but we'll have the advantage in terms of heavies, as well as outnumbering these archers 2 to 1. So why don't we go with this? And we'll have... Walker. Carl, Walker, as well as just to start out the battle. Then he'll get there on the 11th of January. Okay, that's gonna be first thing. We don't need added currencies. Come on, get them. And once we finish the battle, we'll get rid of our mercs. There we go. Love it when a plan comes together. Our youngest daughter died. Unfortunate, but in the long run that's good for us. It means, God forbid, our son dies. We don't have to worry about any of our children being of the wrong dynasty. Charlemagne there, I'm gonna battle. Don't care, I'm not gonna just give that out willy. Go for stewardship, sign the guardian, preferably somebody whose might is touched. And I think we basically have this all but assured, unless we somehow find a way to screw this up royally. We will protect our beneficiary. Oh. Nice, we got the gardener trait. That's big. I'm curious to see. This is Karl's claim for Bavaria. Oh. Let's see if we can get his brother. Yep, we got his brother in our court. That's big. I mean, nothing really major here. I mean, these are some good traits, quick and strong, so I guess we can go for quick. Survives for a little bit. It's not good. Why? Why does the Pope not? Because he wants the Duchy of Ferrara, the Duchy of Spoleto, and Orvieto. Gotta love it. Gotta love the Pope abusing excommunication just because he. Hot take. This is why Protestant Reformation happened, because of the abuse that the Pope has in terms of his power, or used to have over his power. Alright, there we go. Council war is over. Pope's gonna excommunicate me. For what sins? My guy hasn't sinned. I'm not a sinner. An obvious abuse of your power just because you don't. This is exactly the reason why people were pissed off with the Catholic Church. Alright, revoke that. Honestly, I'm not worried about it. Vassals don't like it, they can cry about it. This guy's not really gonna live that long anyway, so I'm not really too worried about tyranny. Okay. So in terms of this, let's kill this guy. And then I guess we'll dish out some of these titles and we'll call that for the episode. So, royal vassals. Actually, better yet, why don't we look in our court? And for Carl and his brother here, we're gonna give Riffo the Duchy of Ivrea, or Ivrea. Grant him an aggression pact. We will transfer the vassalage of Acosta, since he don't like us, as well as the county of Nice. So that way we don't have to worry about that. Where? Denna. Rid of you. In terms of our boy Mansa here. Actually, better yet. We're gonna get your brothers in my court, and I'm gonna grant them land. Because of the Capetian dynasty, they're the dynasty that eventually took over after the Carlings. If you're interested in that kind of thing, I would look up I believe it was Robert Kepe, or I forget who specifically of their family eventually took him over after. I want to say he was like the Duke or Count somewhere around here, this area somewhere, and then eventually he rose to be King of France. And eventually his dynasty have a cadet branch. I believe it was the Valois after the Capetian dynasty, which were, as I said, a cadet branch of the Capetians, who were a cadet branch of another family. I forget the original name of their family, but it's in CK2, which is also another cool scenario that I haven't gotten the achievement for that either. So let me know in the comments if you want to see some runs on there too. But yeah, to end off the episode, we'll just dish out these duchies. Enough. Oh, okay, cool. brother can be Count of Verona, Duke of Verona. Gotta see if I can become the guardian of this kid, because I would love for him to become a Lombard. So that way I don't have to worry about his the foreigner debuff or opinion modifier. In terms of Florence, Florence is like Milan, it's got the same number of development slots, however, kinda over my Demence limit. So we're gonna, I guess, give it to you. Which, I don't understand why he starts with the Duchy of Tuscany, even though he's not in Tuscany. I low-key kind of want you to rebel so I can just take it off you and give it to him. Hold on to that for now until we kill this dude. Guess we'll see who wants to join the plot, which I don't think he does really. Yeah, 8% for now. Okay. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there for now. Save our game real quick, and yeah, we'll call it there. Like I said, let me know in the comments if you want to see more runs like this, but for now, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.